So this man discovered this, as I first said, according to the teachings of Almighty God to me, by the joint. And it still can be proven today that the black man have two people in it.
How, sir?
Yes, sir. You have two.
How is this? How can this be proved?
And by the joint. The joint you will have here. Take for an instance. Well, let me come to the surface first. You go to the darkest people that you can find in Africa, where that they has never been touched by Caucasian people. And you will find that one will be a little shader browner than the other. And this man set up a birth control law to take that browner one and marry the browner one on to the browner one and kill off the black. And he kept this going for 600 years. First he had a little brown race of people after 200 years. And the next 200 years he had a little yellow race of people, or red race, we say. And the next 200 years he had a pale white.
Method of birth control.
Yes, he killed the black baby and saved the brown. Or killed the brown one, saved the brown one. Killed the brown one and saved the yellow one. You see the yellow saved, until he run it into his last stage. And the last stage is white. And that can be done today. It is not nothing that is a mystery, impossible. It can be done today. But I don't think that they want any more drafting. I think they've about got enough of that. Yes. And the black is the original. He's the father of them all.
All these other races are derivatives of the black race.
That's right. That's right.
There was something that was mentioned in Volume 2 of the Supreme Wisdom about some of the physical attributes of the Negro, of the black man. Kinky hair, for example. And there was some cite made as to a scientist who had withdrawn himself from his people. Would you explain
Yes,
that?
that happened 50,000 years ago, according to the teachings of Allah to me, which I was with him for 3 years, night and day. I didn't do anything, and he didn't allow me to do anything. He taught me for 3 years, night and day, 7 days a week. I mean, I was confined. I was jailed almost. I had no chance to do anything but just to listen to him.
And learn.
And so, that's right. And he would carry me out of the city sometimes in his little Chevrolet coupe. And we would sit out there sometime 2 or 3 hours at night. And he would talk to me about the stars and planets and how long this was making and whatnot. And so this scientist, 50,000 years ago, as they are today, they always meet together and discuss, major things that is going to take place. And each one, passes his own judgment, or we say vote on whether or not it should be done. So this man, he wanted to, his name was Shabazz. He wanted to make a people different from what we had at that time, and he wanted people that could live in the jungles of East Asia and be able to withstand the hot sun and the wild beasts, anything. He wanted to make a tough man. That don't mean now we was not black now. We was black right on. But we was more delicate, and tender than the man that he produced. So he says to the 11 scientists, if you agree with me, he says, we can produce the people to conquer the jungles of East Asia, as they call it Africa today. And he said we could conquer this part of our planet with this type of people. So he gave them the description and the method how to go about it. And he went and waited on answers, and they never would agree with him. And finally, he said he will not agree with the other 11. He would take his family himself and go and live there and prove to them that he could produce a people that would conquer the jungles of East Asia. And that's where it come in.
Was this the origin, then, of the tribe of Shabazz?
Yes, sir. That's the origin of it.
Something you speak very frequently of is self-knowledge. Now, what does this mean to you?
Self-knowledge is what I am saying now. This is self-knowledge. We have never had the knowledge of ourselves since that we were brought here for slave purposes. We didn't know anything about ourselves. Our grandparents and parents, many of them today who have not heard the ancient history of their people, don't know who they are. And we say we teach him the knowledge of himself, meaning that he don't know himself. Our people don't know themselves, the average one, because he cannot give any history of himself only from the time that he was put here in the cotton fields of the South. And that history he gotten from his slave master. No, nothing beyond. And this is to give him a knowledge of his fathers and the origin of everything except himself. He cannot get the origin of himself. That would be given to him his birthright. And therefore, you can't give him the origin of himself because you can't give him the birth. Got no birth. We could say that, as God said to me, when I asked him, was not there a beginning? We often, wrangling over the beginning. How did the atom of life begin in the universe? That is such wisdom that we don't like to talk on, because you bound to different from me, and I'm going to different from you, because there is no date for it, and to say how it comes in action, taking on activity, we don't like to go in, because it's just too much. And I wouldn't like for you to ask me further on that, because I don't like to talk on it. It gives you too much talk. You've got to go so far. It's too much talk.